Yo, what's good everyone? My name is Golden Alex and today I'm going to be ranking every single bankai in the game right now. And no, I'm not just going to be talking about base forms. I'm going to be talking about exclusively bankai. Also, I'm hosting a drip contest in my Discord, link in description. Just join up, post a picture of your outfit and you have a chance to win these items. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so first we have Shadow. Obviously, the claw moves are pretty great. I mean, it doesn't do as much damage as I think it should, and the stun is great. And then it has the domain expansion, which most people say is a very specific use case scenario. I'm not gonna lie, most people don't understand how it works. And how it works is the damage that's being done to you while you're in this domain expansion heals back to you after it ends. So it's actually pretty great. The other moves aren't buffed though, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna be putting this high B tier or like mid B tier for sure. Duality, hobbyist S tier. I have a showcase in the top right corner if you want to go check that out. But dude, this bankai is just insane. You just spam all the moves, do insane damage, just shits out damage, man. Especially that one move where like does the little spinning circle around you. You just go up to them and just do damage. It's brain dead, man. It's crazy. Obvious S tier. Next we got Confusion. I'm gonna be putting this B tier too. Even after the rework, I don't think the bankai moves changed, or if they did change, it's not. It's like the same gist of the moves. So obviously it has the one move where it creates the little orb, which you can teleport back to any time, which is a specific use case scenario. For example, if you're about to die in clan wars and you want to teleport back because you don't want to give him that kill, you use that. Or if you're getting comboed up by a hakuda user really badly, you can just teleport back. Or if you're about to like go into some crazy nuke move, you teleport back. So it's pretty great. Obviously it has the M1 moves where you teleport to them. It's pretty good, but honestly you could fight against Confusion pretty easily, in my opinion, of course. But next we got Berserk. Man, this is just hyper armor simulator. That grab move, whew, it's insane. It's so fun to play with though. I'm not gonna lie, Berserk is just a very fun shikai and bankai to play with. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting this like mid to high A tier. I think it's pretty great. Benihime, okay, most people either put it D tier or S tier. I'm gonna be putting it in the middle. So honestly, I think the heal is great, heals a lot, but then the bankai move itself, like the big cut, is kind of ass. Like most of the time when I used it, it just didn't hit. Like I don't know, man. Most of the time the person realizes what's going on because their FOV changes like crazy, so they just flash step away and just not get hit. The M1s are pretty good too, but I just don't think it's like S tier potential. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this higher than Confusion though. Creation, dude, people underplay Creation so much. Creation is goated, does so much damage, and the moves that do a lot of damage are on barely any cooldown, and it stuns so much. The move where it rains down swords from the sky stuns the other person so much, and it does a lot of damage, barely has a cooldown, and then it has the move with the big slash and the multiple like other slashes, kind of like the Arankar Murasama crit, but like the old one, or even the new one, I guess, sort of, but like just a bigger version. So I'm gonna be putting this at like mid to low S tier. Next we got Blood. Okay, so you're either gonna say it's the best bankai ever, or it's still a good bankai but it's just not the best, and that's what I have to say. I think it's still a great bankai, it's just not the best. I'm gonna be putting this high A tier. Now look, Blood is great because of the regen, especially like the little M1 move where it does the big slashes. It does a lot of regen, but the thing is, if your opponent can click F, it's just easily parryable. You're kind of cooked if they can click F. Also, you can't use any other skills while you're doing those M1s. And then the big ball move is great, but for some reason, most of the time, people just kind of block it somehow, which is pretty crazy. And the other moves are still the same. Now, next we got Fire. Okay, look, this would have went A tier, but the thing is, the zombies, like basically when you kill somebody and they have the fire around them, they turn into a zombie. But the thing is, it doesn't work in Clan Wars because the other person just dies. They just insta die. You don't have to grip them, so they don't turn into a zombie, which actually sucks a lot. It would have been really cool, but it makes sense why that would have been way too overpowered in Clan Wars. So I'm gonna be putting this like I don't know, like higher than Confusion, B tier. Would have went A tier if that wasn't the case. Poison, okay, most people are gonna put this D tier, but you know, I'm kind of kind. I'm gonna be putting this C tier. Now this is because Poison actually has a lot of damage output on the bankai move. Now look, it has the grab, which is a really cool move actually. I don't know why people think it's ass. I think it's good. And then it has the one move where you kind of like go around them and then you kind of like explode with potion. That sounds bad, but it does a lot of damage and it's so spammable. I'm gonna be putting this C tier, not B tier, because the shikai itself is ass, so it's going C tier. Next we got Getsu Tensho. In my honest humble opinion, this is the best bankai in game. Look, You have high damage dealing moves. All the shikai moves are also modified. It has basically no cooldowns. And it basically infinite stunts. Dude, it's insane. It's so unbearable to play against. It's crazy bankai, man. If you're in a 1v1 and you're playing against a Getsuga user, you're kind of cooked. I can't even lie. In my opinion, if you know how to use this bankai, or even if you don't, you can just spam all the moves and just kill the other person because it's just like that. I'm going to be putting this in the busted. Also, Getsuga did get buffed a lot recently, so yeah, it's great too. Snow, D tier. I don't like this bankai. I was expecting so much out of Snow. I think it might have been a little unfinished. The domain, man, it's pretty buns. The thing is, you're kind of like just trapping yourself and the other person can easily just evade it, I guess. Or you could just not catch the other person in the domain. And even if you do catch the other person in the domain, the problem with it is that it doesn't do much. All it really does is just slow down the other person. That's about it. And then also the move where it summons the 2 columns and you slash through kind of sucks because you can't really combo extend with that move because you slash through and they ragdoll. When you slash, like, you move forward through the columns and they don't come with you. They just ragdoll at the spot they're hit. So by the time you get to the ragdoll body, they're already gonna get up and just flash step away, which kind of sucks. So, and I guess all the other moves are at negative 50 degrees Celsius. But dude, oh my god, man, I just wanted to be this. I just wanted the bankai to be busted. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Gonna be putting this D tier. Yes, it could be C tier. Ice, dude, obvious S tier. I think I'm gonna put it higher than Duality. So it has the little passive where it summons like the ice around you and people get stunned. Like about every 20 seconds, I think they get stunned and they like freeze. And you can just, you know, obviously combo extend with that into anything, you know, do a ultra move, unseen speed essence, you know, horizon, any of that, all of that. Very great. Then obviously the moves itself, one of the moves, it has like the little auto projectiles that shoot at you. It's just so annoying to have to play against that because you're just getting infinitely stunned by it. I guess you could just flash step pretty easily away from that because if you see him go up into the air, you just flash step away. But even then, most people are caught off guard. And then it has the one little like teleport slash move, which is also pretty great. But also most people don't know about this. When you hit that move and if they're low enough, it auto executes them. But that's not the only thing. It turns them into like a little frozen clone and it attacks the nearest person, which I don't think most people know about. And I'm not sure if that only works on the move where you teleport to them and slash them and then kill them. But yeah, that's a pretty cool feature that most people don't know about. So yeah. Next we got Suzumebachi. Now look, this would have went A tier, but the problem with Suzumebachi is the move where you grab them. It's great, you know, it does a lot of damage, but the thing is half the time it just doesn't hit. I don't know why. It's so annoying. I think the hitboxes are just broken. And it just kind of sucks because that's the main move and it just doesn't hit half the time for some reason. It should be fixed. I don't know why it hasn't been yet. So I'm going to be putting this high B tier with a like A tier. Next we got water. Water is broken. Most people underplay it. I'm going to be putting this like low S tier. Now, okay, so if you don't know water, every time you hit a water move on the other person, it summons a whirlpool under them, which is, you know, pretty light because you can just flash step out of it. But the thing is, they're most likely going to be comboing your ass up. They're going to be using multiple water moves and it's going to summon so many whirlpools under you. It's just going to be so insane. You're going to get infinitely stunned by that and just it does so much damage. The race steal is also insane on it. And then also it has like an invulnerability move. You can get out of basically any combo. You just turn into a little ball of water and just move around. It's a very great evasive move. And then it does an attack afterwards. Pretty great in my opinion. It's going low S tier. It's pretty broken. I don't know why people underplay water. Next we have wind. Now wind is pretty great. It has the big tornado move, which you could just use that as any way to combo somebody. You could just use a time cut through it, you know. Then it also has the big like bomb move on steroids version of the little bomb move. Also, most people don't know this, and no, I'm not trolling. If you hit the little bomb move with the big bomb move, it turns into a hollow green, so like kind of like a hollow purple. I'm not even trolling. I'm being so dead ass. That's a thing that it does. So that's pretty fucking cool. I'm going to be putting this high B tier or like mid B tier, I guess, at this point. Next, we got Kyoka Suigetsu. Now, honestly, most people would put this S tier, but I'm putting it A tier. Look, it is great, but the moves, I don't know, man. So, for example, the box move where you like box them up, it's great, but like for some reason, like I would say half the time it just doesn't work. Like it just bugs you out and it just has the like little purple thing around your hand and it just doesn't work for some reason. I have like no clue why it doesn't work and it's really annoying. But other than that, it's a pretty great move. Does quite a bit of damage and it has like the thing where you can't use any moves or like any skill moves, I guess. And then it has the health swap. Now, okay, look, most people would say this is broken. It did, however, get nerfed where you have to be a bar to use it, which kind of sucks. And while you're fighting your opponent, you're probably just not gonna let them hit you. And if you do let them hit you, they're gonna know what's happening and, you know, just let you be and not fight back. So it's gonna be quite annoying. So kind of sucks. You know, most people already understand how that works. So I'm gonna be putting it like mid A tier. Next, we got lightning. This is my shikai. This is my bankai. I'm gonna glaze it. Obviously, I'm putting this S tier. I'm putting it higher than water, maybe even higher than creation. All right, I won't go that far. But basically, it has a pretty crazy combo. So for example, if you use the G and T move, it's basically a guaranteed true combo because the other person can't do much about it. They have multiple little lightning bolts coming at them while they have the big lightning box hitting them, which basically posture breaks them. It's basically true. It does like a bar. And also that move in Clan Wars, the T move where it makes the little box of lightning. It's insane because when you're using it, man, it changes to all the other people around you. So somebody could be getting comboed up and then all of a sudden they have a lightning box around them in Clan Wars. And it's just so much more annoying and it just helps your out team so much. And it does a lot of damage. So yeah. Next we got theater. Okay, hear me out. I don't like this bankai. I'm gonna be putting it high C tier. Look, okay, back then, yes, it probably did seem crazy, but nowadays it's not that crazy. It might be pretty good in Clan Wars because the plague move is kind of AoE. I think the range should be bigger and it should do more damage, but it doesn't. And then the move where you do like a big cut, it's kind of ass. Look, it does do a lot of damage. Most people are just gonna flash step away. You're probably not hitting that move. Might be a skill issue though. Can't even lie. Could be like low B tier, but I'm putting it C tier. My honest opinion. You could put it higher if you wanted to. I understand. Next, we have ink. This is obvious high S tier. Okay, so look, you have your little domain expansion, your malevolent shrine, and then you use small ant. Dude, you see that in Clan Wars, you already know you're cooked because that combo is gonna be insane. You get hit with this ant move and you're cooked because every time you get hit, you get stunned for a little bit and like it explodes and it does more damage. So you get hit by a multi-hit move, you're kind of cooked. You're like infinite stunned. It's just insane to play against. Insane bankai, man. Next we got Shinso. I'm gonna be putting this low A tier. I think Shinso is a great bankai. Some people say it's kind of ass. I don't know why. It has crazy combo extensions and ability, and then it also has the execute move, which is so freaking cool. Obviously, I have another showcase in the top right corner. Go watch that. But yeah, not much to say. I think it's just a great bankai. It buffs all the shikai moves too, so that's awesome. Flower, yeah, this is obvious S tier. I'm going to be putting it lower than Duality. Now, look, Flower has its own domain expansion, and it's way bigger than the snow one, and it's better because it actually does something. Every time you hit the person or you hit them enough times, it summons swords that hit them, do more damage, and stuns them, which is great. It's a great ability. Also, it has M1s that like light res M1s, I guess, as just bigger M1s in general. And then the G move, Loki kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like the little wind move where it makes a little circle around you. It's the same thing, but it does more damage. You can't like, I guess you could combo extend off of that. But otherwise, Flower, you know, obviously OP, always been that way. I mean, the shikai is not that great, but the bankai is. Judgement, obvious D tier. Do I have to say much here? You know, it has the hammer move, easily dodgeable. It's not big enough. And then it has the other hammer move where you could just like click and then it'll send a hammer there, yes, or like wherever your mouse position is. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this list, and yeah, see ya.